What's up, y'all? Today I'm going to be talking about one of the new investing platforms that I'm going to be using for my long-term investing strategy. Now, I plan on being a lot more hands-off with this strategy. So if you're interested in getting into the stock market, but you don't have the time to invest to be able to look at it day to day, then you'll want to stay tuned. Now, before I jump into it, I did want to mention just a few stats when it comes to how the stock market performed in 2020 this is the middle of the sickness that we had. So the S&P 500 had a return of more than 17% in the year 2020. Okay, so if you guys don't know what the S&P 500 is, that's pretty much an index that just keeps track of the top 500 companies in the US, right? And I know for some of you guys, y'all might hear the 17%, y'all thinking it doesn't sound like much, but what exactly does that mean, right? In long terms, okay? Now, if you invested $1,000 each year for 10 years, by the end of those 10 years, you would have about $30,000. Okay, so if you invested $1,000 a year for 10 years, you would then have $30,000. So that should give you a general idea like how much 17% actually is. Now, in that example, I'm assuming that you make 17% every single year. And of course, that's not realistic, but I just illustrated this to help you understand just how powerful it could be with compounding and just taking advantage of the stock market for building true wealth. Now, what are my goals? So my goals are really just, I want to be as hands off as possible, right? I don't want it to be a situation where I'm spending, a couple hours each day trying to study up on companies that I'm invested in and seeing, whether they're going to continue to grow or what kind of changes I should be expecting in them, right? I want to be in a situation where I can continue investing, right? And I'm willing to sacrifice a little bit of the profits to be more hands-off, but I want to make sure that I'm not sacrificing too much when it comes to my gains. So I want to find a happy medium between having to analyze every stock that I'm buying or just sitting in cash in a bank account or even just buying bonds instead of getting into the stock market, right? So I was looking for some sort of happy medium. Now, that's kind of when I ran into this platform. I had seen a lot of people talking about it, but I wasn't sure if it was actually for me. And I started deep diving a little more into it. And this company, M1 Finance, is really so far has been perfectly what I was looking for, right? They're a fairly new platform. They were just founded in 2015. It allows you to kind of create pies, which is what they call them. And these are really just baskets of stocks and funds, right? And what you can do is you can create these little pies and then you put them into a portfolio. And I think the greatest benefit of that is it allows you to be so much more hands-off because you can just throw money into your account and then it's automatically going to be broken up and invested into whatever your portfolio is set up at, right? Whatever kind of allocation you've set for your portfolio. So for me, it was a perfect solution. Right now, I'm transferring money in, and then eventually I plan on setting that even to reoccurring. So it's just going to be pulling money out of my account and automatically investing it, right? So it's something where I really just have to look at it every once in a while and kind of see how the performance is and change the allocation if I need to. Now, before I move forward and tell you more about the app, I do want to mention who shouldn't be using this app. Okay, I think this app is really targeting a specific type of investor, and I think that the people who really shouldn't even touch this app is going to be people who are day traders. So if you're someone who's going in and out of positions on the same trading day, or even within one day to the other, I think that this app is not going to be for you. If you're someone who tends to be fairly indecisive, right? If you're someone who you jump in on trends and then you end up selling out the next day, or you're not sure, you're never too sure what you should be trading in, so you're always buying different stocks and then selling them and just jumping into other random stocks, then this also will not be for you. Okay, also, if you're someone who always looking to jump into stocks just at the right moment, right, this isn't going to be for you. So if you're someone who likes to time it, you look at whenever stocks drop a certain peak in the middle of a trading day, and then that's whenever you hop in, then this app isn't for you. Reason being, on that last point, is that all trades are done at the same time with this app, right? They trade all the trades are done in the morning or they're done in the afternoon, right? And so it's not like you get to specifically pick what trading, when exactly your trades go through. It's kind of just done in bulk. Now, where I think this is beneficial for is more so people who are kind of doing what I'm doing, right? You're more of a long-term trader. You're not you're not trying to get into a stock today and sell it next week, right? You're more so looking to and building for the long term. Okay, so you're investing for the long term. You're looking to be much more hands off. So whenever you're in that situation where you're hands off and you're trying to buy or you're trying to build for long term, the pricing changes happening in one day, right? Intraday, it's not going to have as big of it's really not going to have any effect on your portfolio in the long term. For example, if we're talking about a stock that's trading at $50, right, and it's fluctuating 10 cents or $1, it's not going to have as big of an impact on you if we're looking at 5 years, 10 years down the line. Now, another thing is, I've also heard that it mentioned that it's really great for dividend investors. Now, personally, this is just from reading on different forums and things like that. I've seen them mention dividend investors, but personally for me, I think the vast majority of people shouldn't be doing dividend investing anyways, but I thought I'd just mention that if you're in that situation. And if you're wondering what my views are on dividend investing, I shot another video. I linked to it down below so you can check it out. It'll be down in the description and you can check it out and kind of hear what my thoughts are and why I think most people don't even need to be doing that. So going forward, what I'll be doing is I'll be using M1 Finance for more so my long-term investing, just due to its ease of use, like how easy they make the platform and everything like that. I mostly invest in different funds right now. So, this is going to be perfect for me at least at this point. I'll start off with just a single pie of different funds and just keep pouring money into it. Eventually, I'll diversify more once that portfolio gets big enough and start adding, other types of funds. And then eventually I might get into certain stocks, right? That's whenever I'm not as diversified, but that's when I think my portfolio is at a good enough size where I can pick individual stocks and kind of based off on that, off of the analysis on those specific stocks, try to get a little more, just try to put a little more into those companies, right? So that's more than likely what I'll do. And any type of more complex investing that I plan on doing, like things like swing trading or day trading. I don't do day trading. I do more so swing trading or investing in like options and things like that. That I will be doing on another platform. So this is going to be strictly for me doing more long-term investing. Okay. So I went ahead in my portfolio and I threw in $1,000 and invested in a few different funds, and I'm just giving it a try. More than likely, I'll update you guys in a couple months to let you guys know how the platform has been performing for me so far. But that's going to be really the gist of it, at least for now. In terms of what other platforms I will be using, I have been using Thinkorswim for the longest for when it comes to like options and things like that. I haven't been doing much of that as of late, but more than likely that's where I'm going to be going first to get back into options, and then I'll test out other platforms that I've heard you guys mention before as well. Anyways, that's going to be pretty much it for this video, guys. I definitely recommend you check out M1 Finance if you're looking to get into investing. Check out down below, I'll link to it where you can be able to jump in and be able to just start investing on your own time. Creating a profile is completely free, or a portfolio or an account is completely free. So I'd recommend you make an account and then just start depositing money as whatever kind of works for you, right? But what's most important and what I think is key is you got to start somewhere. So make sure that you're at least starting to build a portfolio. Even the great thing is you could even put money into this account in cash, right? And then you can set whatever you want your cash limit to be. So for example, I set mine to 0. That way, anytime I put money in, it's automatically invested. But you can set it to $500 if you want to make sure that you always have cash available that you can pull out. Okay, so that's gonna be pretty much the gist of this video, guys. If you found value in this video, be sure that you hit the like button down below and make sure that you also hit the subscribe button down below so you don't miss any of my future videos. Alrighty, so that's gonna be it, guys. I will see you at the next one. Peace.